That 0.05%, the blood alcohol limit, doesn't leave much room to manoeuvre. But with the festive season approaching, the National Transport Department is considering reducing the level to 0%. The University of Pretoria's Professor Henny Klopper joins us now to discuss this. Henny Klopper, good morning to you. Will this make a difference?
Good morning, and to your viewers as well. In my opinion, not. If you look at the situation internationally, you will see that the alcohol limit ranges from 0.02 to 0.08. The majority of the countries opting for 0.05. There are very few countries in the world that have got a 0%, and those Western democracies that have introduced a 0% have limited to young and inexperienced drivers, like in Australia, New Zealand and Canada. They've got a 0% for young and inexperienced drivers. Now, there is a reason for this, and the reason is quite simple, that if you've got a 0%, there are other factors that can introduce alcohol into your bloodstream other than drinking, such as eating. You may remember that there was the report in the media of a person being confronted with a over 0.05 blood alcohol content after eating hot cross buns. But there are other agents that also increase your blood alcohol level, such as using some kinds of mouthwash, or even drinking medicine for a cold containing alcohol. So the 0.05 and the other restrictions on the blood alcohol level, which are not 0%, are designed to protect the motorist against false accusations of having driving while drinking. And for that reason, 0.05 seems to be an international standard in determining whether a person has imbibe alcohol to the extent that it is going to influence his ability to drive.
So what do you think the thinking is behind making this move? I mean, I know we've got a horrendous problem on these roads. So many people drive drunk. I mean, it's not going to really affect people like that, are they? Is it?
Yeah. Well, the problem on our roads is drinking and driving, because 50% of road deaths, the deceased, their alcohol levels exceed the legal limit, and of that 50%, 36 are pedestrians. Now, this is my problem. If 36% of the 50% are pedestrians, how is the reduction of from 0.5 or any blood alcohol limit for that matter going to affect that group of people affected by this legislation? I can't see that. The other thing is that research shows that the reduction of the blood alcohol limit from any level to a lower level does not necessarily influence road crashes or road deaths. There was research in Scotland in 2003 where it was reduced from 0.08 to 0.05, and the finding was that it had no influence on road crashes and road deaths. But then there was also a finding that this was ascribable to the fact that there was not consistent and effective law enforcement. So to my mind, law enforcement is key to reducing road deaths where alcohol is concerned. I can illustrate it by a practical example. In 1996, in our country, the blood alcohol was reduced from 0.08 to 0.05. In 1996, the road death was about 10,256. Road deaths have increased from 1996 up to now, in 2017, to 14,050 notwithstanding the fact that the blood alcohol level was reduced from 0.08 to 0.05. And it seems to me that the problem is law enforcement, because there is not consistent and general law for enforcement in our country of this blood alcohol level. As research has shown, it's ineffective in reducing blood and road deaths.
Okay, Henny, thank you very much for talking to us. Still to come in